knowing that I'm about to share so much of my life that I have kept private for so long. Weirdly, I feel like I am kind of a private person in a sense, even though I'm public in so many ways. There's so much about me that people don't know, but I'm okay with it now. Like, I don't kind of fear that judgment, even though I know it will exist, because I'm okay with myself now, you know, and I've learnt so much about myself from writing this book. It was very cathartic in a way. I didn't struggle too much with that part of the book, surprisingly. The way I overcame it meant that there was a lot of self-reflection involved on a daily basis. And so I think through that journey, I was able to heal a lot of those wounds inside of me, and so I've overcome it already. And so I don't feel vulnerable in that area of my life anymore. Working with Kyle he's a Gemini, and I'm into astrology, but there is no one more like a Gemini than Kyle, because there are genuinely two sides to him. You can turn up and get this Kyle that is quite restrained and he's witty all the time, but then some days he'll go down this really smutty path, or he might be a bit moody that day, and those days can be difficult to navigate in a way. I'm okay with the mood swings, like I can handle those. I just go, whatever. Like sometimes I literally just check out in my brain. I just sit there and go, I'm writing this out. The smart stuff is, like, for me, harder, because I don't want to be the handbrake for it, because some people enjoy that stuff, you know? So I try and let it ride out a little bit and then try and steer the course somewhere else. Sometimes that kind of baffles me, because we are two different people. We're individuals. I cannot be held responsible for what he says, and he can't be held responsible for what I say. There have been times where maybe I've just sat with it and not really said anything because it was the easy way out. But I think honestly, and if you read the book, you'll know how much I have learned about myself in the last 2 years particularly, and how much I've grown. And I think now I am quite different in a sense. And I think, you know, if there's something I genuinely don't agree with, I will take Kyle to task on that.
This guy's nothing. The guy's not 18 months old.
You're so aggressive right now.
Is it going to be one of those shows where you're always getting angry at me?
I honestly believe that we had so much smut on there, and it was way more than what we would ever have had. People that tuned in got this impression of that's all it is, and then the media started writing every time something little was mentioned that might have been smutty, it just became a whole article. And so people's perception was, if I tune into that, all I'm going to hear is sex talk. And that's actually not what we are. And I think if anyone listened to the show right now, they would have a very different idea of what we're about. I think with Melbourne, it's just patience, you know? It really is. It's just doing what I know we do best. I know we have a good show. We're not what certain media articles are portraying us to be. That's not the essence of our show. It's not who we are when we're doing the show that is, I think, true to us. Maybe some people might think I have not much depth, and I do. I actually do. And I think they think maybe some people judge me as the laughing track, the enabler. They have that very, very wrong if they do. What people think is that I have this incredible life, and isn't she lucky? And her life's perfect, because they see one thing on Instagram or on air and they're not actually seeing what happens behind closed doors. We all struggle at times in our lives. Doesn't matter how much you get paid, you know, what kind of job you have. My life isn't as great as what maybe some people think it is. And that's on me in a way, because I only put up the good stuff on Instagram.